Did you know that one of the most powerful leaders in Islamic history lived a life of simplicity and justice? How did Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu balance his role as a warrior and a servant of the people during Ramadan? Let's dive into the remarkable legacy of justice, charity, and leadership that Umar radiallahu anhu left behind. His story is one of courage, compassion, and unwavering faith. Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu was born in Mecca to the Banu Adi clan, a respected family known for their leadership and wisdom. His father, Khattab ibn Nufail, was a strong and hardworking man who taught Umar the importance of perseverance and discipline. As a young boy, Umar spent a lot of time working with his father, tending to camels and learning valuable skills. Despite living in a time when many were uneducated, Umar learned to read and write, showing his dedication to knowledge. Umar was known for his physical strength and talent in martial arts. He loved wrestling and became famous for his skills. His strength made him stand out, and people admired his ability to defend himself and others. In addition to his physical abilities, Umar was also a gifted orator. He had a powerful voice that could command attention, and his speeches were full of wisdom. Umar's intelligence and skills helped him become a trusted leader in his community. He was even chosen to be an arbitrator among the tribes of Mecca, resolving disputes and maintaining peace. His early life shaped him into a strong, wise, and just individual, qualities that would serve him well in his later years as a key figure in Islam. In the beginning, Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu was a strong opponent of Islam. He did not believe in the message of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and even thought about killing him to stop the spread of Islam. Umar was deeply committed to the traditional ways of Mecca and saw the new religion as a threat to his community's beliefs. He tried to stop Muslims from practicing their faith and persecuted them, believing it would protect the unity of his people. However, everything changed when Umar had an emotional encounter with his sister, Fatima. One day, when he was on his way to harm the Prophet, he found out that his sister and her husband had already embraced Islam. He became angry and went to their house, where he found them reading the Qur'an. In a moment of rage, he attacked them, but when he saw how determined they were in their faith, something inside him changed. His sister then allowed him to read the Qur'an, and the powerful words deeply affected him. Umar realized the truth of Islam and became a believer. His conversion was a turning point for the Muslim community in Mecca, as it gave them strength and confidence. Umar's acceptance of Islam helped the Muslims openly practice their faith in Mecca for the first time. After Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu converted to Islam, he became one of the strongest supporters of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and the Muslim community. His conversion brought a significant change to the early Muslim community in Mecca. Umar's bravery and determination helped protect the Muslims from the harsh treatment they were receiving from the Quraysh tribe. He was not afraid to stand up to the powerful leaders of Mecca, and his strength gave the Muslims much-needed courage. One of the most important contributions Umar made was allowing Muslims to practice Islam openly. Before his conversion, Muslims had to pray in secret to avoid punishment from the Quraysh. But after Umar joined Islam, he went to the Kaaba with Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and openly prayed there, despite the threats from the enemies of Islam. His actions showed the Quraysh that the Muslims were not afraid, and they could no longer hide their faith. This was a turning point for the Muslim community, because they could now worship freely and openly, which was a huge step forward for Islam. Umar's courage, strength, and unwavering support for Islam made him a key figure in the early days of Islam, and his role was vital in spreading the message of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Umar's migration to Medina was a bold and courageous act that showed his deep commitment to Islam. When Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and the Muslims were forced to leave Mecca due to the growing persecution, they sought safety in Medina, which was a welcoming place for the Muslims. Many Muslims left Mecca quietly, fearing for their lives, but Umar's migration was different. He did not try to hide or leave secretly. Instead, he made a public declaration of his faith and left Mecca openly, making a strong statement about his dedication to Islam. Before leaving, Umar went to the Kaaba, where he made a public announcement to the people of Mecca. He told them that he was leaving because of his belief in Islam, and that anyone who wanted to face him could do so. This act of bravery shocked the Quraysh leaders because they were used to seeing Umar as a strong opponent of Islam. By leaving Mecca openly, Umar showed that he was not afraid to stand up for his faith, no matter the danger. His public migration was an inspiration to other Muslims and gave them the strength to follow him to Medina. It marked a new chapter in the history of Islam. As Caliph, Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu became known for his strong commitment to justice. He believed that everyone, no matter their status, should be treated fairly and equally. He worked hard to make sure that both the rich and the poor received justice under his rule. Umar's sense of fairness was a core part of his leadership, and it made him one of the most respected rulers in Islamic history. One of the key ways Umar ensured justice was by making sure that no one was above the law. Even though he was the caliph, he made it clear that he was not above the law and that his actions would also be held accountable. He set up a system to ensure that governors and officials were doing their jobs correctly, and if anyone was caught doing wrong, they were punished fairly. Umar was also known for his compassion and care for the poor. He made sure that the weak and the vulnerable were protected and had access to what they needed. His justice was not just about enforcing laws, but also about making sure that all people had a fair chance to live peacefully and prosper. This commitment to justice helped build a strong and united community during his caliphate. Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu was deeply concerned about the welfare of the poor, and he always made sure that those in need were taken care of, especially during the month of Ramadan. Ramadan is a time for fasting, prayer, and reflection, but it is also a time when Muslims are encouraged to give to the less fortunate. Umar took this responsibility very seriously and worked hard to make sure the poor and needy had enough to eat, particularly during Ramadan when food could be scarce. Umar's compassion for the poor went beyond just giving charity. He personally ensured that the people had access to food and resources. He would often go out into the streets of Medina, especially during the nights of Ramadan, to see if anyone needed help. He didn't just rely on others to take care of things. He took action himself. In one well-known story, Umar was once seen walking through the streets with a sack of food on his back, making sure that the poor received their share. His concern for the welfare of others showed how much he cared for everyone, regardless of their status or wealth. His leadership set an example for others, teaching the importance of charity, especially during the holy month of Ramadan. Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu played a very important role in the military campaigns during the early years of Islam. As one of the closest companions of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, Umar was always ready to defend Islam and expand its reach. He participated in many battles, including the famous battles of Badr, Uhud, and Khandaq. His leadership and bravery in these battles helped the Muslim army achieve victory. Umar was known for his courage and fearlessness in battle. He never hesitated to face the enemy, no matter how dangerous the situation was. His strength and determination made him a powerful figure on the battlefield. However, it wasn't just his bravery that made him a great leader. Umar was also known for his strategic wisdom. He didn't rush into battles without thinking carefully about the best way to approach them. His ability to plan and organize his army helped the Muslims win many difficult battles. Under Umar's leadership, the Islamic Empire expanded rapidly. He led the Muslims to victory against the Roman and Persian empires, spreading Islam to new regions. His strength in battle, combined with his wise strategies, played a key role in the success of these early military campaigns and the growth of the Islamic State. Despite being a powerful leader and caliph, Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu lived a very simple life. He did not seek luxury or wealth. While many rulers of his time lived in palaces and wore expensive clothes, Umar chose to live humbly. His clothes were simple, and his food was basic, often just dates and water. He believed that true greatness came from being close to Allah and living a life of simplicity, not from material things. Umar's humility was one of his most admired qualities. He treated everyone equally, from the poor to the rich. He never acted as if he was better than others, and he always listened to the people's needs. His actions showed that leadership was about serving the people, not about being served. Umar's piety and devotion to the Qur'an were also a big part of his legacy. He spent a lot of time reading and reflecting on the Qur'an, and he always tried to live according to its teachings. His commitment to the Qur'an made him a role model for Muslims. Umar's simple, humble life and his deep faith in Allah continue to inspire Muslims around the world, showing that true greatness comes from devotion to God and service to others. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more inspiring stories. Stay tuned for more on the incredible legacy of Islamic history.